WrestleManiacs, Maniacs. This is the podcast. It's called WrestleManiacs. Adam, Donald, Indian Josh. They're not together forever and son. WrestleManiacs. This is the podcast. It's called WrestleManiacs. WWE, AEW, TNA, JPW. WrestleManiacs.
What's going on, fellow A-Plusers, fellow WrestleManiacs? It is your host, as always, Adam Perez, back once again with a brand new episode of WrestleManiacs Podcast. As you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into this weekend, we got ourselves a brand new WWE PLE. That's right, a new pay-per-view certainly dropping this weekend. Money in the Bank 2024 is certainly here. Who's going to win both Money in the Bank ladder matches? Will they be able to cash in the same night or later on in the year? A lot to certainly look forward to as we're going to give you guys our predictions and breakdown of the 5 matches we have on the card. So let's get into our predictions. What's going on, y'all? We got the whole WrestleManiacs podcast crew here today. It's good to see everybody, man. I know we're going a little bit live. We're going late tonight live, but hopefully wherever you guys are watching us at, hopefully you enjoy our predictions. And remember, at the end of the day, we always want to know your guys' thoughts. So let your thoughts be known in the comment section box below or in the live chat. We definitely want to go ahead and bounce off some of your predictions that you might have and see how they compare to ours. So definitely go ahead and let us know. What's going on, crew? It's good to see everybody today. How you guys been?
I've been good. You know, I was off of work today, so just a lazy day. Watch TNA. That's it. Which reminds me, Josh, you didn't keep your end of the deal. So
I did not yet. Again, I've still got to watch. It, admittedly so. But again, we're not doing a review tonight, so you know. Look,
as he puts on his glasses, I dig the glasses, Josh.
I've got to see through all this bullshit tonight and see if I can actually figure out a way to win previews finally, at least predictions. But it's all right.
You get knocked out, but you get back up again. That's what matters.
I do, exactly.
That's right. And who won predictions last time for Clash of the Castle?
I acknowledge you, Adam Perez Bebe, as predictions champion, but you always just beat me by like a point.
Hey, you know, sometimes you just gotta play your cards right. You know what I'm saying? Who joined us? Somebody left a comment in here. What's up, Ram Jam?
Good Ram Jam, the man with the Ram Jam. Love it.
Yeah. He's always a strong supporter each and every time. So appreciate you coming through, Ram Jam. So yeah, you know, I really got to get us some tribal chief necklaces. I really got to do that. See if we can find any more on Etsy anywhere, because I think we should definitely order some for sure. Yeah, man, we'll see. Josh, I don't know if you've won predictions this year, but maybe this will be the year for you, or this will be the event.
Cody Rhodes didn't win WrestleMania 39. It only took him a year to win it, but it's all right. Hopefully it won't take that long, but we'll see.
Dotsley, did you just get out of the shower? You all fresh and clean?
I did just get out of the shower. I actually took the towel off my head before we went live.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump in the shower after this one too, for sure. What'd you guys do for your July 4th? Did you do anything crazy?
Nope. Just stayed home, trying to make sure my dogs don't freak out.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you. It's been kind of lazy around here today too. The girlfriend wound up working. It was me and little kiddo pretty much all day today. But we did watch some fireworks outside of the house. But he kind of got a little startled and was like, "I want to go back." I was like, "Okay," so we had to go back inside. People were popping up in the neighborhood, really, like literally maybe a block or two away from us. So they were pretty loud, and you know, so I think it was maybe the popping that was freaking him out a little bit. But
touch my child with anything like a sparkler. My parents want to get him a sparkler. I'm like, hell no, because he'd be like, "Look, Daddy, look," and then you know there goes my eye. And my eye. So
I actually
I don't want to do a Terry
firework
Funk today.
the leg back when I was in Guadalajara, like a couple years ago.
Oh,
somebody let go of firework and it hit me right in the leg.
Yeah, I don't mess around with fireworks, man.
Same here.
I've seen way too many bad stories, bad accidents for sure.
Exactly.
But enough about the July 4th talk, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a pay-per-view this weekend. WWE Money in the Bank. Where's it? Anybody know where it's being hosted at?
Toronto, Canada.
Ooh, Canada. Man, are they gonna have a pay-per-view event in the States? Like, when's the last time?
SummerSlam's going to be in Cleveland. Where have you been?
I
Oh, in
think,
Cleveland? Okay.
but I think that's been the design. I think I read somewhere. I think a report was that the idea to have it out of the states is to basically make the states be like, look, you want it in the states, you guys better act crazy like France does, like all the PLEs internationally. Which again, admittedly, is not a bad strategy to starve the U.S. market. So definitely not a bad idea. Yes, Ram Jam. To answer your question, I did.
Come to Texas, because Texas is usually pretty rambunctious for sure. I have
And
not
we have here.
I have not seen. I know Josh certainly has watched it. I have not watched it yet, but
I haven't watched it either. So
maybe we'll have to do it, and maybe we'll have to do it this week, and then talk about it a little bit. So we'll see.
For sure.
But let's go ahead and get into our predictions. Remember, guys, at the end of the day, these are just simply our A+ opinions. We always want to know yours as we go through each one. Let us know your predictions in the live chat. As you guys know, I always like to try and book these matches in the order that I certainly would like to see them. This one was a little bit more difficult because of the fact that we do have a couple title matches on the line. We got 2 Money in the Bank matches. I always feel like at least one of them will kick off the show, but sometimes they just sometimes it doesn't happen that way. But this time, I think I am going to go ahead and start off with a ladder match, and let's get the guys in on the action here, man. Let's start it off with a big battle as we've got L.A. Knight,
yeah,
Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes. We got Chad Gable, Yeet himself in Jey Uso, and of course Andrade in the matchup. So we got 6 of these men all on the ladder. They've had some great qualifying matches to certainly get into this position. I'm kind of fascinated in this lineup, to be honest with you. We got one big strong man here in Drew McIntyre, a couple people that could do some really great things, I think, from a high flying standpoint, innovative stuff in Andrade along with Carmelo. And you got a technician like Chad Gable, and I think really just a brawler in LA Knight here along with Jey Uso. So I'm kind of eager to kind of see how these 6 men work in a ladder match. But you guys know how we do around here because we're as gentlemanly as it gets. Datila, ladies first. First off, how have you liked the qualifying matches? And who do you see becoming the new Mr. Money in the Bank?
I really like the qualifying matches. And one of the things I like about this Money in the Bank lineup is that only one of them is a former world champion, unless you count the NXT champions like Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. So, but I can tell you who's not going to win. Drew McIntyre is not going to win for sure.
See, somebody's finally coming around. Finally, you realizing the idea like CM Punk is always lurking, man. I think after the Clash at the Castle, people are coming around. I like it, Datila.
But my pick is Chad Gable. Josh and I talked about this during the SmackDown review, or was it the Raw review? Or I want Gable to get his revenge on Gunter. Yes. I want him to embarrass Gunter in his home country at Bash in Berlin. Because Chad Gable still has to get payback on Gunter. I mean, Gunter humiliated Chad Gable in front of his family. He made his daughter cry and he laughed about it. So I gotta go with Master in the Bank.
Master in the Bank. Okay, I like it. That's a good one, man. Especially having to finally up Gunther after all this time. I love that play, honestly. For me, I think I'm gonna go with a person that I think has a lot of momentum behind him right now. And for me, that's going to be Jey Uso. I think Yeet in the Bank, Money in the Yeet. I don't, Mr. Yeet in the Bank. I don't know what they're going to call him, but I dig the idea of him carrying the briefcase around. I mean, the guy's hot right now. The crowd always reacts to him when he comes out. It's always unbelievable. Like, it gives me goosebumps just watching him each and every time, especially when he's like in the crowd and he comes out through the stands. I just think it's a really cool vibe that he has. So, I think some of these, when I look at LA Knight, I think they got plans for him in SummerSlam. I think the only other person I would agree with you, Datsila, would be Chad. I would not be opposed to him winning that. I think, if anything, I think it's Chad and Jay probably the favorites, but maybe I'm wrong. But I'm gonna go with Jay Uso on this one. Yeet. What
Yeah,
about you, Josh?
I feel you. I was gonna originally pick Jay, but I just feel like with his storyline, with the pending reunion of him and Jimmy, I don't know if him winning Money in the Bank would fit in, unless it's a situation where he wins and then like the bloodline screw him over when he tries to cash in.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get what you're saying there, and I guess to me, I guess Chad is almost in the same predicament where I feel like both of these guys need big wins in their career right now. You know, we thought Chad was going to be on a really upward trajectory, but he's just been losing IC title after IC title after IC title. I do think that he's got something interesting currently going on with the Wyatt Six. And I think, if anything, we've been calling Jay Uso the main event for a really long time, and he hasn't won anything. No IC title, no world championship. And so I think to really hold on to that moniker of main event, they really got to kind of push him. So I think that's one of the reasons why I think if he's going to win anything, to hold on to that, it might be the Money in the Bank briefcase. But again, I think him and Chad are both in that same situation.
Yeah, I feel you. I wouldn't be opposed if Jay won.
What about you, Josh? Who you got in this one?
Look, I may be proven wrong, but I'm going to go with Drew here.
Oh, okay.
Because Drew took out Punk. Drew has not seen Punk for a while. And you know what better way to have it? Now, here's the thing. Now, do I think he'll win the briefcase? Yes. Do I think it'll be a successful cash in? No. Because if you notice, he says, I'm going to be world champion come Monday. Next Monday. That's what he said on Raw. So to me, makes total sense for him to have some sort of like false sense of security of like, oh, I whooped Punk's ass. He's gone. You know, I won Money in the Bank. He goes to cash in. Oh, there's CM Punk to screw him again out of the world championship opportunity and cost him the title again. Then you're really having Drew be screwed 3 different times out of the title by Punk.
That would be crazy. So he wins, and you think he tries to cash in
That
same day,
night.
same
Why
night?
not? Because you know what they've been talking about online about people cashing in the same night. And again, he promised to be world champion. And remember, he said that at Clash at the Castle, he was going to win the title and be champion that next Monday. So again, masterfully, it would make sense that he wins the Money in the Bank. It's going to be obvious he's going to try to cash in. And oh, here comes Punk too. And he's going to wait until he actually has the bell ringing, right? So the bell's going to ring, ding, ding, ding. Because you know what? I agree. Chad Gable should win. He deserves to win. But he came back from the dead to fight, you know, the Wyatt Six, right? So, look, I mean, and you've got Jey Uso right now, who he rightfully also has a claim. But to me, I think they want the hottest storyline they can be. It's going to be Drew winning the Money in the Bank and still being screwed 3 times. Because then it's going to be, look, think about it. He already went crazy once losing the title. Second time at Clash at the Castle. You imagine him winning Money in the Bank and CM Punk screws him again? He's going to lose his complete freaking mind. So, to me, you have triple heat going into SummerSlam if Punk is ready by then. So, I go with Drew. As crazy as that sounds, I know. But what better way for him to win and then get screwed again in the same night?
I kind of like that, Josh. I like, to me, that would be pretty epic to kind of see him win the Money in the Bank and then lose it again. That, to me, that feels a little bit more epic than
It's never happened.
him just screwing him out of winning the actual match itself. What do you think about that, Dotzla? Do you think that's a pretty big like a pretty big option there that they can go?
Yeah. I feel in a way that kind of wastes the briefcase, you know, because it's kind of like you had Drew win just so that he could get screwed by Punk when he could have done that in the middle of the match. I
agree, but I think that would make the most sense heat wise.
True, that is true,
and it's never happened.
That that is true. But
I do love the fact that we have fireworks in the background to go with this July 4th predictions.
Excellent.
I love it.
Total sense.
My window is open.
No, you're good. I love it. Interesting. So I like that we all first match out of the gate. We all got 3 different picks. I kind of dig it. This, for all we know, it may come down to this match here. This is really also going to come down to confidence points. How confident though are we in this particular match? I got to look at the other matches that we have to see. I haven't even thought about
what's our
confidence
number,
points
right?
in
Yeah.
regards to this. Oh my god!
And we still got SmackDown to wait for new matches to be added too. Who knows?
Oh,
They like
well,
to do that too.
we got 5 matches tonight. You think they'll even add another one?
Pre-show maybe.
Who knows? I
Maybe
mean, if they
pre-show.
were to add one, it'll probably be like on the kickoff show or something like they did for the women's tag match that one time.
Oh yeah. You're right. You're right.
As it should have been.
Let's see here. Man, I don't know what I'm going to pick for confidence points on this one. What do you got, Dancila?
This is my 2.
I'll give it 3.
Yeah, this is going to be my 3. That's going to be my 3 here. All right. And with that one out of the way, let's move on to our next match. Let's go ahead and put a title on the line, shall we? And we're going to go ahead and get into one that I'm actually really looking forward to, man. For the Intercontinental Championship here, we've got the champion, Sami Zayn, facing off against Braun Breaker, who has been on just a mean streak lately. Upset that he wasn't put in the King of the Ring tournament, and ever since then he's just been mowing down opponents. He's been having the opportunity to face off against Sheamus. I think he went ahead and really took Ricochet off of television. I'm assuming Ricochet is gone for good, or maybe he's just playing.
His contract expired on July 1st. So.
Yep, he's in the alumnus section. Yep.
Oh man, that's sad. I was kind of hoping he would make a surprise return and be like, "I'm back, y'all," but I guess that's certainly not happening here. But Braun Breaker's been putting on a hell of a show. I feel like the people are honestly getting behind him. I hear a lot more barks in the audience each and every week that he's on television, and he's been stepping up to Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn's been trying to push back, not afraid to go toe to toe with Braun Breaker here. I am really fascinated in this one simply because of the fact that, you know, there are some people that probably felt Sami Zayn shouldn't have won the IC title at WrestleMania, a la Josh there. You know, I think maybe some people have been trying to wonder how long is Sami going to hold on to this title before he loses it, or who that opponent is going to be. And now we got somebody like Braun Breaker that has just been mowing through his opponents. He's a former NXT champion also, so he definitely has the bragging rights here to be able to capture gold. Will he capture it though? That's really the big question here. Oh my God! And this is me first. Do I have to go first? Oh God. Give me Sami Zayn. Give me Sami Zayn here. I don't know if Sami necessarily wins cleanly here. Something tells me somebody comes in and interferes, whether that's Sheamus or anybody else that Braun Breaker has been messing around with or interfering with. So wouldn't yeah, that guy. So something tells me that somebody costs Braun Breaker his match here, and Sami pulls out a W, whether that be from disqualification or an actual pin, that I don't know, but I don't think Braun Breaker is winning clean here. I think if anything, this might build up to a multi-man match at SummerSlam for the IC title. But right now, I think I'm really looking forward to this match, mind you, but I'm going to go with Sami Zayn here. What about you, Josh?
I'm going to say Braun Breaker. So let's go with Braun Breaker, or Braunberg, as I like to call him. Because now when you were saying the barking, I was just hearing bark, bark, like Goldberg, same thing. I mean, because he's over. And to me, you know, Sami Zayn has had his run, but can you really tell me that in 10 years, 5 years' time, you're going to think, man, I can't believe that Sami Zayn won and went on to tear as the IC champion? To me, it was just a holdover for Braun Breaker to basically become IC champion. So I say, let's give a title change. Let's do something different.
Okay.
Let's give Braun Breaker, I wish they just call him Braun Steiner, because that's really what he is anyways, give him the match. So I'm going to go with Braun Breaker here on this one, because he's been through a tear, and, you know, WWE likes the momentum. I mean, you could tell they're right behind him. And look, even when they had a match with him versus Ludwig, You rarely ever see heel versus heel like that. Very rarely do you see that. And the fact that he got such a reaction, they had to have taken notice that he ended up being the de facto face and people were crazy for him in Indianapolis. So there's something to that.
Yeah. You might be right, man. I can easily see Braun Breaker pulling out a W on this one. Like, it would not surprise me if he gets that type of Goldberg kind of level push here. What about you, Datila? Who do you got in this one?
I like Sami Zayn. I like Sami Zayn, but I think Sami Zayn is gonna get wrecked in his home country of Canada. So I gotta go with Braun Breaker.
Oh, man. I think even Ram Jam agrees. He says, have Braun Breaker become the first star in a family to be an IC champion. I do think that he will be. I just don't know if it's this pay-per-view. That's why there's a part of me that thinks that they push this to SummerSlam and maybe give us like a four-way, a fatal four-way, for the title, and then tease the idea of like, could Sheamus possibly finally win his first IC championship? I think there's a lot that you can certainly play along with that, but who knows? I mean, you could still have Braun pull out the W here and then face Sheamus at SummerSlam. So there's a lot of potential here. So you guys both have Braun, and I'm the only one going with Sammy, huh?
Well, let me throw an idea out. So they had the idea of that Ludwig was injured because of Braun's legit, his ribs, right? So who's to say Braun doesn't go on a tear, quote unquote, injure Sammy? So now we have Sheamus being the defender, or the challenger, I should say, at SummerSlam. So the idea is that you play the fact that Braun Breaker is so powerful, he keeps injuring opponents. So we could almost laugh and giggle about the idea of the Bret Hart Goldberg thing, but I kind of like the idea of adding this whole legitimacy that he is dangerous. Because think about Monday, he hit Sami Zayn not once, but twice with spears, pretty wicked spears. And so to me, I think they could tell the story that he's so powerful. He knocks out Sami Zayn, then we get him and Sheamus in a good match. And then we can go to a fatal four-way maybe after at Bash at Berlin. That's just my theory. That's why I go with Breaker, because he's so overpowered right now. Because again, how many times do you see a superstar spear a guy, then get knocked into the steps, and then go back and fight again and still stand tall over Sami Zayn twice in the same segment?
Yeah.
That says something there to me.
It does. I mean, you're definitely not wrong there, for sure, Josh. Are you convincing me? No, sir. I'm sticking with Sammy.
Like you can go with Sami Zayn forever if you want to. I'm all for that, of course. But I'm just saying, I think Braun Breaker, pulls this one because, again, I just think that's what they're going to have to do momentum-wise.
I get you. And it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it looks like I'm the only one going with Sammy here. Even Ram Jam's with you guys. Just a really quick backtrack, though. He did have another comment. He says, the way I see CM Punk screwing Drew is when Drew is about to climb and reach for the briefcase, CM Punk's music hits. He doesn't come to the entranceway. He just jumps over the barricade and costs Drew. Nice little distraction.
I see that happening too.
Nice little distraction there. All right, guys, with that out of the way, let's move on to our next match, which
confidence points.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Confidence points. Oh god.
I'll give this my 2.
Yeah, give me my Oh man. I've already used up my 3, right?
How much do you believe in Sami Zayn is the question.
I don't very much. That's why I'll give it a 2 also. I'll give it a 2. I think this could be a coin flip, honestly. Give me a 2 here.
I'd give this a 4.
I like it.
All right. And with that out of the way, let's move on to our next match, which I do believe is going to be another ladder match. This time, the ladies are up to bat. We got Io Sky, Lyra. What's her last name here?
Valkyria.
Yeah, that girl.
That?
Yeah, we got that girl.
Valkyria.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on like half these people's names. Tiffany Stratton, we got Naomi here, Zoe Stark, and of course Chelsea Green. First off, I love the fact that everybody popped for Chelsea when she won their qualifying match. I think the fact that she's in this match is pretty brilliant here. But last year's winner, I believe, was Io Sky, if I'm not mistaken, where she successfully cashed in her Money in the Bank and won the Women's Championship. And now we got some new faces on board here. Lyra's been on a bit of a hot streak. She just barely lost out on her Queen of the Ring again. Well, I can't say just barely. I mean, she got squashed literally by Nia Jax, but she's been putting on a hell of a performance. And ever since Tiffany Stratton came into the WWE, it's been Tiffy time. And so the question is, will it be Tiffy time this time around? And so let's go ahead and get these predictions started here. Josh, we come to you first. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Who gets the W?
Sorry, I keep laughing because I keep thinking of the name my wife has for Tiffany Stratton, but I won't say that because it's probably inappropriate. I'll tell you after the show's over. But no, I would go with Tiffany Stratton because I think Stratton is strategic in that she is being buddy with Nia Jax right now. So to me, I can see her winning the Women's Money in the Bank, telling Nia, I would never cash in on you. I'm going to cash in on that no good, whoever the Raw champion is or NXT champion, and Liv Morgan, right? Or Roxanne Perez, and we get to SummerSlam. Nia Jax kills Bayley, essentially, knocks her out, and then all of a sudden, here comes Tiffy time with the BME as she's knocked out, steals the title from her, and then we have Tiffy running from Nia Jax the entire time. Now, granted, Nia Jax is going to be heel, so is Tiffany Stratton, but old concrete is what my wife likes to call her. You can fill in the blank for the rest of them. I'll go Tiffany Stratton on this one.
I dig it. I dig it. What about you, Datila? You agree?
What time is it?
Concrete chest time. That's what we call it.
It's not morphin time. It's not morphin time. That's for sure. Yeah, it was a toss up between me. For me,
wait a minute, hold on. Datila's gonna win the Women's Money in the Bank. I love it.
Watch. It was for me. It was a toss up between Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton. I like both of them, but there can only be one winner, and I think it's Tiffy time.
Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Barbie's always on top.
Yeah, I think this is Tiffy time also here.
I think she's learned her lesson. I think that's why they're rehabbing her again after her debacle with Jade Cargill and all that. So,
possibly, yeah. I just think she's ready for the spotlight. Honestly, I think she's ready for the big briefcase here. For some reason, I just thought of Carmella when I thought about her, and I remember R-Truth. I think thinking that she was Carmella one time. Didn't he?
Yep.
So I don't know why, but I can see her pulling this one out. I hope that Zoe has a good performance. I hope Lyra. I really hope all these women certainly have a good performance. I think it's a possibility here. They do some really great things. I mean, you got Io in here. Naomi's really athletic. Zoe Stark is super athletic also. I think she could take some really big chances. I just hope that every woman in here certainly is safe, but I do think they can probably put on a hell of a match. So I'm looking forward to this one. But yeah, give me Tiffy time.
You know what? I can even see Nia Jax coming in and helping Tiffany Stratton win because they are so buddy now. Well, I mean, she came out with her on SmackDown. So, I mean, again, we could have that alliance. If she's basically knocked out and basically Nia Jax is so big, puts her on her shoulders, lifts her up. Boom. Tiffany Stratton is your Women's Money in the Bank champion. Or champion, but, Women's Money in the Bank holder. Briefcase holder.
Yeah, I definitely want to see her pull this out. I don't know if Nia would get involved, but I can see her. But why do you think why do you think she would help her though? That's like, because the only reason why I say this is because she knows that if she does beat Bayley, she's gonna have to contend with her.
Well, I think because Tiffany is again strategic, and the idea, of course, is that of course she's gonna tell Nia Jax, look, if you're Nia Jax, you're not worried about Tiffany Stratton realistically anyways. And the fact that, yes, agreeably, Nia Jax in theory would not want Tiffany Stratton. But the thing is that if that was the case, and hopefully, for God's sakes, it does not happen, but Nia Jax would actually try to screw everyone and take the briefcase for herself and, shebang the whole entire Money in the Bank briefcase idea. But having Tiffany Stratton, it's kind of like keeping your friends close and your enemies closer, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
That's how
Tiffany said the queen and the princess.
exactly.
Oh, I dig it. Okay, I dig that. All right, I'm down for that. So yeah, we're definitely going to be both going with Tiffany Stratton here. So I'm looking forward to this match, man. I really am.
I mean, look, I would go with Donald, but she is not in the match right now, as we know. She could go red.
That was a
though,
botch.
I know we still got a SmackDown. So there might be a 7th addition to this match.
yes.
But all right, so let's get to our next match here.
Confidence points again.
Oh god damn, with these confidence points. Give me
4.
this is my 4. Yeah, this will be my 4.
I'm putting it all on Tiffany. It's 5.
You know
As
what?
it should be.
You know what? No, I'll go with my I'll go with my 4 here. This will be my 4. Yeah, this will be my 4. And what'd you say, Josh?
I said 4.
Is your 4 also? And Dotsley, you said 5, right? Okay.
She believes in Tiffany Stratton.
I like it. I like it. Next match up, let's go with our 6-man tag match here. As we have gotten Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and our undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes facing against the Bloodline that just got that much more vicious with Jacob Fatu certainly joining the ranks. I mean, 2 weeks in a row, this man has been on television, and the feeling of the Bloodline is just different already. The fact that they literally put Paul Heyman through a freaking table last week, devastating stuff to see Paul Heyman in his old age getting that ass whooping that he certainly did. But it definitely puts Fatu and the Bloodline on the map here. You know, I definitely have echoed a lot of what some of these other superstars have been saying with Roman Reigns kind of gone. Like, this does not look like the Bloodline to me. This looks like a faux, tribal chief, if you will. But with Jacob Fatu joining the ranks, it feels as though the Bloodline, to me at least, has established itself very differently from Roman Reigns' bloodline, but has at least established itself nonetheless. And I think that is extremely important. So can they continue to build on that momentum here, or will the power of the undisputed champion, KO himself and the legend killer, kind of put this one to bed? Datila, we're back around. What are your thoughts on this match, and who do you think is going to pull us out?
I think the Bloodline should win this. They need to win this. I think this is their first tag team match as a trio. They need to win this. Cody, KO, and Orton will be fine. They can take the loss, but the Bloodline needs to win this.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna go with the Bloodline here also. I think Jacob is gonna have a big presence in this match in some capacity to help the rest of the Bloodline pull this one out. But especially if the plan is gonna be, Solo against Cody going into SummerSlam, like, I think the Bloodline really needs all the momentum that it can certainly get, and having another killer on the outside for Cody and everybody to really have to look out for, make them really feel like a threat come SummerSlam. I do think that the Bloodline needs to pull out this W for sure. So give me the Bloodline here. What about you, Josh?
Well, if Solo would stop dressing like the damn chauffeur. I mean, we all know Jacob Fatu is really the tribal chief after that showing on his debut. Now the Bloodline's going to pull it out. I mean, we've got to have Cody versus Solo Sikoa. Lord knows why. I don't care. Don't want to see it. Don't even give a damn. But maybe Ram Jam's comment, if you want to pull that up real quick. Maybe we get a fatal 4-way out of this. Again, I wouldn't dislike it. But, maybe we have, and Donnelly, you always say the name right, Hikuleo, is that right?
Hikuleo, yeah, Hikuleo.
Maybe Hikuleo shows up and lets the Bloodline win. Then we have a 5-on-3 advantage. But I'm going to throw kind of a crazy theory out.
Okay.
You and your theories.
I like it. I just was thinking about it. If you really want to establish new stars, the old stars have to get their ass beat a little bit, right? One in the off chance that Jacob Fatu is really truly, again, the tribal chief, because again, he looks, as Adam said, basically legitimacy has been added to the bloodline because of Jacob Fatu. At the end of the day, that's the real killer. What if Solo is kicked out of his own faux bloodline and has to join back with Roman Reigns, and then we get the true bloodline versus the faux bloodline, or the Gorillas of Destiny, or whatever you want to call them. So to me, I think we maybe get the debut of Hikuleo here, and we have another additional bloodline member. So the bloodline wins, but by interference, because they can't win cleanly. That's just not a thing.
Wow.
So why not?
Wow.
He's something different. Jacob Fatu pretty much has already overshadowed Solo like everybody feared.
Yeah, I definitely do think he's overshadowed him, but I still think there's an opportunity for Solo to kind of come out on top out of all of this. But yeah, I would agree. I mean, once Fatu joined, I mean, it just felt like, I mean, look, he has acknowledged him. So, that does make me a little bit more of a believer in Solo here. But yeah, Solo's got to get the pin in this match for me.
But you got to think on Cody Rhodes. Always lie. Heels always are going to lie. They're not going to really tell the truth all the time. So he got to acknowledge him. But, I mean, look, Solo acknowledged Roman Reigns, but somehow how did they end up with the necklace? So if he acknowledged Roman Reigns, but yet now he's trying to take over as tribal chief, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying the pretty new girl, Jacob Fatu, has made Solo look like old news.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely agree with that for sure.
I like Ram Jam's idea.
Hold on, real quick. Shout out to what's that say, Brother Contreras? What's up, Brother Contreras? Shout out to everyone in the chat, including A Plus Hero Report. Keep up your good work. Appreciate it. And shout out from South Bronx. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I was actually born in the Bronx myself, so it's good to have a fellow Bronxer, Bronxonite. I don't even know. But yeah, it's been a minute. I left New York when I was like 10 years old, but I lived in the Bronx and then also in Brooklyn, so it's kind of cool. I appreciate you here, brother. What did Ram Jam say? Have Randy and Kevin turn on Cody. Both of them together can cause a lot of chaos together. Your new rated RKO, but called Team RKO. Have Armando Estrada be a part of the new bloodline as the new wise man. Oh, man.
Alejandro Estrada.
Todos.
Cigar and all.
Everybody, listen to me.
Yep. Oh, my heart just skipped a beat there. So nice to hear him again. That'd be nice.
Confidence points for this?
This is my 3.
I'm going to give it a 5. Why not?
This is my...
I believe in Jacob Fatu and the new bloodline, with Solo being the driver, just like a damn driver with his gloves.
Give me this will be my 1. This will be my 1.
This will be your 1.
This will be my 1. Yeah. This will be my 1. Yeah, it's pretty fitting. Yeah, this will be my 1. And then last but not least, I don't know if this is going to be the main event or not, to be quite frank with you. This could be the very first match that kicks things off. I know Seth Rollins tends to like to kick some pay-per-views off, but it is also for the World Heavyweight Championship, as we've got Damian Priest defending his title against Seth freaking Rollins, as Seth Rollins is back a lot quicker than I expected him to be after his WrestleMania main event, but he's back. And what I find interesting about this matchup, Damian Priest on several occasions has mentioned the idea that I actually wanted to cash in on Seth. He's told that to Drew McIntyre before, sort of thing, right? So now he's going to get his opportunity. Seth Rollins didn't even necessarily ask for this match. Damian Priest offered the match, if I'm not mistaken, and put the title on the line. Clearly, he's got some issues still kind of brewing-ish with Judgment Day a little bit. Finn Balor kind of calling him out like, you've changed, bro, since you've been the champion. He's kind of been pushing back on Liv Morgan being involved in the crew a little bit as well. So a lot of questions surrounding Damian Priest. He did pull out the W at Clash at the Castle to go ahead and retain against Drew McIntyre. Can he do it against Seth freaking Rollins? Or will we go into SummerSlam with a brand new World Heavyweight Champion? I guess this one is on me, and I am going to continue to stick with my fellow Boricua, Damian Priest. Look, I just think, for me at least, this is definitely a case of we got to keep building Damian up. We got to keep building him up. He beat Jey Uso. He went out and beat Drew McIntyre when a lot of people didn't think he would probably do that. The idea that he's been talking about him wanting to have cashed in on Seth Rollins, I think this is his opportunity. Seth Rollins has not seen action in quite a few months. This is really going to be his first match back. If there's any opportunity for Damian Priest to strike and pick up a W on Seth Rollins of all people, this is probably it. I wouldn't even be surprised if Damian maybe, I don't want to say wins this cleanly. Maybe he's got some outside interference that like distracts Seth briefly without interfering too much. And then Damian Priest gets the upper hand here. But I think he holds this title going into SummerSlam. Whether or not whoever wins the Money in the Bank tries to cash in, that I don't know. I guess we'll probably maybe do an extra brownie point for that one at the end of all this. But I'm going to stick with Damian Priest. Let's build him up. I have a feeling they'll allow him to continue to be champion at least until SummerSlam. So give me Damian Priest here, man. Pulling out the W on Seth Rollins. What about you, Josh?
Well, I can tell you why Seth Rollins came back early. I know exactly why. You and I would be the same damn way. He's injured and had a toddler at home while Becky was out having fun. Hell yes, go back to work, please, for goodness sakes. That's why. So, yes, I think he came back because really Damian Priest has to have that win. You're right. I think that, believe it or not, I'm so proud of the Judgment Day. They have their own locker room. Finally, somebody listened to me and they have their own damn locker room. I was so happy when I saw it. So, I'm going to go Damian Priest, and, I'm going to give him a clean win on this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him one because I think this might be the time to where it may be to where Finn Balor comes out and he actually pushes them away, proving that he doesn't need them. Because again, Finn Balor always talks about, as he mentioned, you've changed. He's like, look, I told you I didn't need you. I beat Seth Rollins like I said I would. And that leads to further tension. So I'm going to go with Damian Priest, believe it or not. Usually I'd go with Rollins, but Priest has got to have the win for him to lose it at Bash in Berlin, if not SummerSlam. So,
yeah,
Gunther's the next challenger.
I agree. I think there is something about him pulling out the victory clean here, because that's really been one of the biggest questions, right? Is like, how much has Judgment Day actually helped your reign? Can you do it on your own? Seth kind of talking about the idea of like, this is your time to really separate yourself from the rest of the crew. So yeah, I think this is his opportunity here. So that when they do eventually break up, he could probably have a legit solo career and be a believable champion in the future. What about you, Dotzilla? Who do you got though?
I'm going to go with Seth freaking Rollins. You have to remember the stipulation. If Damian Priest loses, he has to step down from Judgment Day. If Damian Priest wins, Seth Rollins can never challenge for the world title for as long as Priest is champion. You guys remember last year's Money in the Bank? Finn Balor was the one challenging Seth Rollins. And who accidentally cost Finn Balor that match?
Good point.
Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Damian Priest accidentally cost Finn Balor his match. So I could see Finn Balor costing Damian Priest his match. Like, not intentionally, of course. He's going to go out there to try to help him, and it's going to cost him this title. Remember, Seth Rollins did say Finn Balor is probably jealous of the fact that Damian Priest did something he couldn't do. And that was win the world title. So I got to go with Seth freaking Rollins on this one.
I like it. Man, that would be bananas. I mean, look, I think if Seth Rollins wins this, I do think that there's an element of like to me, this would show like maybe management doesn't necessarily trust Damian Priest so much, or maybe this was like their quick opportunity to kind of take the title off of him, sort of thing. If they haven't really been too pleased with his work here, but I like your call back there, Dattila, for sure. That definitely puts things a little bit more intriguing in regards to the direction that this championship could certainly go.
I think it'd be fun if Seth Rollins did a swerve and joined the Judgment Day, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
He says, unfortunately, I could see Seth Rollins could win because we know this is going to be spoilers, and Damian Priest will probably step out of Judgment Day. Don't forget, Liv Morgan is probably join in, or else Rhea Ripley. We'll see that. Yeah, I do think that if anything, I still stick with Priest here. I just feel like the demise of Judgment Day is going to come in a different way. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, y'all.
Maybe we'll get the whole, thumbs up. You did it, Priest. You finally did it.
Maybe.
The Evolution style betrayal.
Maybe.
I mean, look, again, the tension's already been there. I mean, Damian Priest already wrote his own epitaph at this point of saying, the Judgment Day needs me more than I need them. To me, right there, that already said it. So even if he wins and is still in the Judgment Day, the Judgment Day can still kick him out. Because look, Edge was in the Judgment Day. Look what happened there. That came out of completely nowhere. So just saying, it almost is too easy to predict him being out of the Judgment Day. Better they kick him out and make him a babyface versus him having to forcefully leave.
I think the Judgment Day is going to get its own Civil War kind of Civil War storyline. It's going to be the original Judgment Day, which was Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, versus Polly, Finn Balor, Liv Morgan, and JD Madonna. So that's what I think is going.
And if we think about this, somebody pointed out on Twitter the other day that Liv Morgan actually joined AJ Styles and Finn Balor in a 6-man tag versus the Judgment Day before. So the story's already written there as well with Finn Balor and Liv Morgan.
Damn, that is
who takes a hotel key to keep it from the boy? I mean, just make him pay the $45 fee for the extra key fee. Come
on. Yeah, even brother believes it. He says, "Yeah, true, very true."
Liv Morgan is seeing the demon more than Daddy Dom. So.
Oh man, I do love that. I do love that storyline that they have kind of going on right now, though. Confidence points in this one.
I only have a 1 left, but
this is my 5. I
like it.
Yeah, I believe in my boy.
Betting it on your fellow Boricua.
That's right. Yeah.
So
one more time.
The next question, bonus: are we getting a cash in, and is the cash in successful? 2 extra bonus points on that, or however number you want to call it. I say we get a cash in, but I say no success.
Man.
Remember, Drew did promise to be world champion come Monday, so.
And we don't have Bailey, and we got no women champions here, right? So clearly no women's going to cash in today. Cash in on Sunday.
No, I don't think so.
So this is really going to come down to just the men's. Do we get a cash in today or an attempt at a cash in? Oh, man, that's brutal.
The only way I see a cash in happening is if Drew McIntyre wins Money in the Bank. That's the only way I see it getting a cash in.
I mean, right. I can also see Jay winning if he wins and taking advantage of freaking Damian Priest here and winning the title.
Because Jay was told by Damian Priest, if I remember correctly, the machine, you're here to feed me. The machine's going to feed you. So there is a little bit of history there too. I know. Always throwing in the devil's advocate stuff. I know.
What do you think? What do you think, Dattila? You think will there be a cash in? Let's just answer that first question. Will somebody attempt to cash in?
No, I don't think so.
And Josh, you say yes?
Yes, and no success. I think Drew McIntyre wins. Get the bell rings as a cash in. Meaning, when I say cash in, I mean the bell rings. We get a ding, 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 and the match is official. But then Drew gets screwed out of the world title again by returning Punk, who he thought initially he had taken out. And then, of course, Punk gets back his bracelet. and then we lead to Drew basically challenging him for SummerSlam.
I say no. I say no cash in here. Damn. The more I think about it, I think I love that Drew McIntyre pick now. But no, I don't think so. I don't think there's gonna be a cash in. All right. Ramjan says maybe AJ Lee makes a cameo. Yo, that would be something else. That would be something else for sure. I'd be down for that. But all right, guys, that will in fact be our predictions for Money in the Bank 2024. This begins on Saturday for you guys. What time is the pay-per-view?
4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern. It's in Canada, so it's not a crazy time.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So if anything, we'll definitely have a review for you guys Saturday evening, maybe an hour or so after the pay-per-view event winds up wrapping up. We'll see who we have on board. Josh and Datila, will you guys be able to do a review together?
I should be able
I think
to.
so. I think we should be able to.
So at least the two of them, if I get the opportunity to actually watch it live, I'll certainly join you guys. But definitely look forward to our review Saturday evening for Money in the Bank. But yeah, guys, look, if you want to go back, I'll go ahead and timestamp these predictions. If you want to go back and give us more of your thoughts in the comment section box below. If you want to give us all of your predictions down below, please go ahead and do so. Datila, you're raising your hand. You got something?
Yeah, this is actually a full weekend for anybody that watches NXT. NXT Heatwave is actually on Sunday
Yes.
too.
Oh, nice.
So full weekend of
PLE's goodness.
Did I first off, I love that they're using Heatwave just because I was a huge ECW fan back in the day, and they had a pay-per-view, a yearly pay-per-view, ECW Heatwave.
Yep.
I thought I saw somewhere, I don't know if this was made up or not, Moose from TNA challenged the North American champion from NXT.
No,
was that
he
a
said
thing?
no. Somebody wanted Moose to challenge him, but Moose was like no because I think they're both Nigerian.
Yeah, they're brothers. Yeah, exactly. It's like my brother. Basically, just tell him Obafemi, get me an NXT because trust the system.
I trust the system.
I love it. So yeah, stacked weekend for you guys, for big WWE fans. So a lot to definitely look forward to. But we will certainly see you Saturday evening for our Money in the Bank
And
review.
Sunday.
And Sunday they're going to be doing a review. Wait, are the both of you doing a NXT review together?
Unfortunately,
A miracle has happened. Datila is joining for NXT again.
Way to go, Datila. Way to go.
Prayers have been answered over this. We prayed for this, Donald.
No.
People did pray for this.
For this pay-per-view. Again.
A lot of your people
done it.
prayed for this. Yes, you got to dual stream. You got to dual stream that review on your channel because people have been asking you.
The only reason I do NXT now is because I no longer cover TNA on my channel. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be covering NXT.
I thought it was for me, but it's okay. We all know the truth.
Yeah, we all know that.
We all know I need the help. I need Dottila's help. When I say her name, she disappears. So
My
I
back's
believe
to
in Dottila.
WrestleMania, Josh.
I can imagine so. You need to get that kind of athletic tape they have, right? That black tape.
That black tape that they put on.
Just start putting them over every PLE each time we have one. Just keep putting it on and on. It'll be perfect.
So we'll see who's going to pull out be the new tribal chief of predictions at the end of this weekend. So I'm looking forward to this one. Boy, was this back to back for me, or is this?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. You won Clash at Castle. You won Queen of the Ring.
And WrestleMania.
And WrestleMania.
Yep.
I won Backlash.
Oh, you won.
Again, it was by a point.
Okay. Hey, you know what?
Yeah, back to back.
All right, I love it.
That's flexing those muscles. I love it. Got one gun. And
I'm scratching. I'm scratching. I got a mosquito bite.
So it's all right. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
You just gotta look over something over there.
Okay,
got my attention.
No problem, brother. Just bump it up. It's all right.
All right. Anyway, let's get out of here, y'all. Datila, if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at @Talk all things wrestling, WWE, WTNA. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the occasional Saturdays and Sundays over on Rangers of Wrestling. And for all things TNA, make sure you check me out on Body Slam every Thursday.
And there is a link in the description box below for her Rangers of Wrestling YouTube channel if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe over there for sure. Let's call you Stuart. Josh. Sorry, I got a lot of co-hosts.
Okay, I don't know, Stuart, but I'll just take that as
I
a
got,
compliment.
I got a lot of co-hosts, man. I'm sorry. But you are the head of our WrestleManiacs podcast, sir. Where can people find you?
Yeah, at WrestleM Podcast on Twitter, getting back in the swing of things. Had some family stuff coming up, so definitely going to be catching back up. So apologies to all the people out there, but definitely I'll be more active and more into it now. So again, starting with SmackDown tomorrow, and then I've got Raw and NXT reviews coming up in Forbidden Door. So a lot of content coming in the next couple of days. So be on the lookout.
Excellent. So yeah, follow him over on social media. And if you want the WrestleManiacs podcast reviews for, as he said, Raw, NXT, and SmackDown exclusively here on A+ Hero Report, hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to follow us as a channel, A+ Opinions everywhere on social media, especially our Facebook page if you'd like to. This is where we drop all of our news, trailers, posters throughout the week as we keep you posted on movie and television news. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and do so. We're also over on TikTok at Hero Report as well. And again, A+ Opinions everywhere on social media. But that will do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll certainly see you guys later on this weekend. But until next time, do us a big favor, as always, guys. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep it A+. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.